The music's playing softly, but there's no one here tonight. I close my eyes and see you standing underneath the light. I remember how you'd hold me, how we moved without a plan. Now I'm dancing with a memory that disappears when I reach out my hand. The room is almost empty, the clock is moving slow. I know you're somewhere far away, but my heart doesn't know. Every song becomes a doorway, every beat brings you back. For 3 minutes in the darkness, I forget what we don't have. I'm dancing with your ghost tonight, like you're still here with me. Your shadow moves across the floor to a song we used to need. Oh, I'm holding on to nothing, but it feels like you're alive. I keep spinning through the memories just to grab you one time. When the music finally fades away, I'll be alone again. So let me dance with your ghost until the night comes to an end. Your favorite song is playing, the one we used to sing. I almost hear your laughter between every little beat. I remember rainy evenings, your hand inside of mine. We never needed perfect words, we only needed time. Now the floor is cold beneath me, the lights are fading blue. I'm dancing with an empty space that still feels shaped like you. Maybe memories of rhythm, maybe hearts don't know goodbye. Maybe that's why every melody still brings you back tonight. I'm dancing with your ghost tonight, like you're still here with me. Shadows across the floor to a song we used to need. I'm holding on to nothing. Oh, I'm holding on to nothing, but it feels like you're alive. I keep spinning through the memories just to have you one time. When the music finally fades away, I'll be alone again. So let me dance with your ghost until the night comes to an end. I miss your voice, I miss your hands, I miss the way you pulled me closer. I miss the person I became when you were beside me. If I could have one final song, I wouldn't ask you to date. I'd simply hold you through the music before you fade away. I'm dancing with your ghost tonight, but the tears don't feel the same. I'm finally learning that memories to carry pain. So I'll let the music take me. So I'll let the music take me where the past still feels alive. I'll hold you in the melody, we're beautiful finals. When the last note disappears, I'll let the silence come. Because evils deserve to rest when the dancing is done. The music stops, the room goes still. You're gone. But for one song I had you again. I still remember your last smile, the way you tried not to cry. We stood beneath the evening sky, both knowing it was time. You said maybe in another life, I said maybe neither one of us was ready to watch the other walk away. I kept your words inside my heart like something I could hold. Some goodbyes don't feel like endings, they just feel unfinished. If distance is only time between two hearts that care, then I'll keep one little promise: I'll meet you somewhere there. Until we meet again, I'll carry you with me in every sunrise, every song, and every place I see. Until we meet again, I won't forget your name. The world may change around me, but my heart won't change the same. If tomorrow takes us farther, if the years erase the pain, I still believe there's one more moment until we meet again. I still walk the streets we knew, sometimes beneath the rain. Every corner holds a memory that whispers your name. The cafe where we'd stay for hours, the park where we'd watch the sky. I don't visit there to hurt myself, I visit to remember why. You taught me that a simple moment can become a lifetime. And even though we couldn't keep forever, I'm grateful that you were mine. Maybe some people enter our lives not to stay forever, but to leave till we meet again. I'll carry you with me in every sunrise, every song, and every place I see. Until we meet again, I won't forget your name. The world may change around me, but my heart won't change the same. If tomorrow takes us farther, if the years erase the pain, I still believe there's one more moment until we meet again. If I could have one last conversation, I wouldn't ask you to stay. I'd tell you that I loved you, I'd tell you that I'm okay. I thank you for the laughter, I thank you for the tears, I thank you for the person you helped me become. And when the words were finished, I let you walk away without fear. Until we meet again, I'll keep the light on in my heart. Not because I'm waiting, but because you were a beautiful part. Until we meet again, I'll keep walking through the years. I'll carry every beautiful memory and let go of every tear. And if the stars remember the promises we made, maybe somewhere beyond tomorrow live your life, find your happiness. And if someday our paths cross again, I hope we smile, not because we never said goodbye, but because we finally understand what our love was meant to be. We used to talk until the sunrise. Now we barely say goodnight. Your hand is close enough to reach for, but somehow you're out of sight. The pictures on the wall still show us smiling like we had forever. I wonder when the warmth disappeared, when we stopped feeling together. There wasn't one dramatic moment, no fight cry, no fight, no broken door. Just little pieces disappearing until we couldn't find us anymore. Maybe love doesn't end when someone walks away. Maybe it ends much earlier when two hearts stop trying to stay. This is where love ends, not with anger, not with tears. Just two people standing quietly after losing all those years. This is where love ends, where the promises grow cold, where forever becomes a memory that neither heart can hold. I still love the person you were, but I can't keep people we became. Sometimes love ends softly, and that's what makes it hurt the most. I remember your sleepy mornings, your laughter in the rain. The little things I never noticed are the things I miss today. We planned a life beyond tomorrow, a home beneath the sun. We thought that wanting something badly meant it couldn't come undone. Now your side of the room is empty and mine feels strange somehow. I don't know when we lost forever, but I know we're losing it now. Maybe we were both exhausted, maybe we were both afraid, maybe love was still between us, but we didn't know how to save it. This is where love ends, not with anger, not with tears. Just two people standing quietly after losing all those years. This is where love ends, where the promises grow cold, where forever becomes a memory that neither heart can hold. I still love the person you were, but I can't keep what we became. Sometimes love ends softly, and that's what makes it hurt the most. I won't blame you, you won't blame me. We were two hearts trying to survive. Maybe we gave each other everything we had, and sometimes everything still isn't enough. So take the beautiful memories, I'll keep mine too, and let the ending be gentle for both of us. This is where love ends, but it doesn't make it alive. What we had was real and beautiful before we said goodbye. This is where love ends, and I'm finally letting go. I'll carry what was beautiful and leave behind the sorrow. You were once my safest place, my reason to believe. Now I'm standing at the ending and learning that sometimes love means letting someone leave. This is where love ends, not because it wasn't real, but because sometimes the most loving thing two hearts can do is let each other go. I said goodbye the first time when you walked out through the rain. I said it in the empty hallway. I said said it through the pain. I said it when I packed your letters, when I deleted your name. I said it every lonely morning when nothing felt the same. But every time I close my eyes, I find you standing there. It's strange how one goodbye can echo through 1,000 different years. I say goodbye 1,000 times, but my heart still doesn't know how to turn a final moment into something I can let go. 1,000 goodbyes, and I'm still saying your name. 1,000 nights without you, and the feeling stays the same. I let you go in different ways, but you never really leave. Every goodbye takes a piece of me and leaves a memory. 1,000 goodbyes, still not enough to teach my heart how to forget. I said goodbye to our old cafe, to the bench beneath the tree. I said goodbye to every street that once belonged to you and me. I said goodbye to your favorite song, but I couldn't stop the sound. Every melody brought back the love I thought I'd finally put down. I even said goodbye to the dreams we never got to live. But some promises don't disappear just because we couldn't keep them. Maybe letting go isn't one moment, maybe it takes a lifetime. Maybe every goodbye is just another step toward leaving love behind. 1,000 goodbyes, and I'm still saying your name. 1,000 nights without you, and the feeling stays the same. I let you go in different ways, but you never really leave. Every goodbye takes a piece of me and leaves a memory. 1,000 goodbyes, still not enough to teach my heart how to forget. So this is not another goodbye. This time I'm saying thank you. Thank you for the mornings, thank you for the laughter. Thank you for making me believe that love could feel like home. I won't carry you, there's something I lost. I'll carry you, there's something beautiful that once was mine. 1,000 goodbyes, but this one feels different now. I'm not asking you to return, I'm not waiting at the door. 1,000 nights taught me that love Never knew a heart could change from one simple look. You walked into my quiet world and suddenly it shook. I remember every little thing, the way you said my name. You made ordinary moments feel like something I could keep. I wasn't looking for forever, I wasn't asking for a sign. Then you held my hand that evening, and somehow you became mine. Out of every face I knew, every road I could have taken, my heart kept finding you. Only you can make the whole world disappear. Only make my darkest nights feel clear. Only you could turn a lonely heart into a home. Even when you're far away, I never feel completely alone. If I had 1,000 lifetimes, I'd still choose the same truth. In every version of my life, it would always be only you. I remember rainy afternoons, your head against my shoulder. We talk about the smallest things until the night grew colder. You never needed perfect words, you just knew when I was hurt. Sometimes love is simply staying when everything feels worse. I thought we'd have forever, but forever had its end. Now every memory reminds me of the person you once were. Maybe love doesn't disappear when two people say goodbye. Maybe it becomes a quiet light that stays behind. Only you can make the whole world disappear. Only make my darkest nights feel clear. Only you could turn a lonely heart into a home. Even when you're far away, I never feel completely alone. If I had 1,000 lifetimes, I still choose the same truth. In every version of my life, it would always be only you. I don't know where life will take you, I don't know where I'll be, but I know the love you gave me changed something inside of me. I won't ask the past to return, I won't ask tomorrow why. I'll simply be grateful that once under the same sky, I found you. Only you will always have a place inside my heart. Only you can make me feel this deeply from the start. And even if our roads divide, even if the years move through, I'll never regret the love we had. Because when I think of love, when I think of home, when I think of everything that once felt true, my heart still whispers the same two words. Only you, only you. Not because I can't move on, but because some people become a beautiful part of who we are. After the goodbye, the room got quiet, like the world forgot to breathe. Your footsteps disappeared behind the door, but your memory stayed with me. I sat beneath the hallway light, still hoping you'd turn around. I knew the moment had already passed, but my heart wouldn't accept the sound. Your coffee cup was on the table, your jacket hanging by the door. Everything looked just the same, except you weren't here anymore. I thought goodbye was just a word, something people say and leave. I never knew 3 simple words could change the person underneath. After the goodbye, I learned how silence sounds. I learned how an empty room can still hold someone around. After the goodbye, I counted every night. I kept looking for your shadow under every streetlight. I thought I stopped remembering. I thought the pain would disappear. But after that goodbye, I found out how much I loved you when you weren't here. I walked past my favorite places, the cafe, the park, the street. Every corner had a memory that brought me back to you. I still know your favorite song, I still remember your smile. Sometimes I hear it in the distance and forget you're gone for a while. The seasons change around me, but my heart stays somewhere then. I kept wishing for tomorrow to bring yesterday again. Maybe healing doesn't happen when the memories disappear. Maybe it begins the moment you stop being afraid of the tears. After the goodbye, I learned how silence sounds. I learned how an empty room can still hold someone around. After the goodbye, I counted every night. I kept looking for your shadow under every streetlight. I thought I stopped remembering. I thought the pain would disappear. But after that goodbye, I found out how much I loved you when you weren't here. I don't want another chance, I don't want to change the past. I just wish I'd held you longer before the final moment passed. You taught me how beautiful the simple life could be. And losing you, you taught me how to find the missing parts of me. After the goodbye, I'm finally learning to breathe. I can't carry all the memories without begging you to stay with me. After the goodbye, the nights don't feel so long. Your name still lives inside my heart, but it doesn't feel right. I won't forget the love we had. I won't pretend it wasn't real. I let the beautiful memories stay and let the painful ones steal. After the goodbye, I finally understand. Sometimes saying goodbye isn't the end of loving someone. It's the beginning of learning how to love yourself again. After the goodbye, the world kept turning, and slowly, so did I. I found your sweater in the closet, still hanging where you left it there. I held it close for just a moment, then remembered you weren't here. The room still carries little traces of the life we used to know your favorite book is on the table, but the pages haven't turned. I thought that when you walked away, the memories would disappear, but love doesn't leave with footsteps. It stays behind for years. You took your heart with you, but something stayed with me. A quiet piece of yesterday that time can't make me leave. There's a love left behind in the spaces where you are, in the empty side of the bed, in every song I still remember. There's a love left behind, even though you're far away. I don't need you standing here to know what we once had was real. You left the memories, you left the tears, you left a part of me I'll carry through the years. There's a love left behind, and somehow it still feels like you. I walked past our old cafe today. The rain was falling slow. For a second I could see us laughing underneath the glow. The waiter asked if I was waiting. I smiled and shook my head. Some people wait for someone, I was only missing what we had. Your favorite song came on the radio and I didn't turn it down. I let the memories find me, then watched them settle down. Maybe healing isn't forgetting, maybe it's learning to release the parts of love that hurt the most and keep the ones that bring you peace. There's a love left behind in the spaces where you are, in the empty side of the bed, in every song I still remember. There's a love left behind, even though you're far away. I don't need you standing here to know what we once had was real. You left the memories, you left the tears, you left a part of me I'll carry through the years. There's a love left behind, and somehow it still feels like you. I don't want you back, I just wanna remember without breaking. I don't wanna erase the nights we shared, the laughter, the promises, the quiet moments no one else will ever know. Because even though we didn't last forever, the love was real while it was ours. There's a love left behind, but it doesn't hurt like before. I can open every memory without waiting at the door. There's a love left behind, and I'm finally letting it breathe. I'll keep what made me stronger and release what made me bleed. You were once my future, now you're part of my past. And maybe that's the beauty, some things don't have to last forever to mean everything. There's a love left behind, and I'll carry it with peace. You left, but the love remained. Not as a wound, not as a reason to wait, just a quiet reminder that once we loved with everything we had. found your picture in a drawer. The edges turning white. I held it underneath the lamp and stared into the night. I used to know your every detail, the way you laughed, the way you smiled. Now some parts are disappearing, though I fought them for a while. I close my eyes to bring you back, but something feels different now. Your voice is getting harder to hear, and I don't know if I should be afraid. I thought I'd keep you forever inside these memories, but even memories grow tired of fighting against time. These fading memories are all I have of you, a photograph, an old song, 1,000 things we used to do. I hold them like they're fragile, afraid they'll disappear, because if I forget the little things, will I forget you too? These fading memories are slipping through my hands. I can't stop the years from moving, I can't make the past come back, but somewhere in my heart, your love is still alive. Even when the memories begin to fade. I passed the street we used to walk on. The trees were taller now. I tried to remember what you said there, but the words wouldn't come somehow. Your favorite song played in a cafe. I knew the melody by heart, but I couldn't remember exactly how you used to sing that part. Maybe forgetting isn't betrayal, maybe it's what healing does. Maybe the heart keeps what matters, even when the details are lost. I don't need to remember everything to know that you were real. Some loves become a quiet feeling that time can never steal. These fading memories are all I have of you, a photograph, an old song, 1,000 things we used to do. I hold them like they're fragile, afraid they'll disappear, because if I forget the little things, will I forget you too? These fading memories are slipping through my hands. I can't stop the years from moving, I can't make the past come back, but somewhere in my heart, your love is still alive. Even when the memories begin to fade. Maybe I don't need your face to remember how you made me feel. Maybe I don't need every word to know the love was real. You changed my life, you changed my heart, and nothing time can do will change the person I became because of you. These fading memories don't scare me anymore. I can let the little details disappear behind the door. I don't have to hold the past until my hands begin to bleed. I can love what we once were and still allow myself to breathe. If one day I can't remember the sound of your voice, I'll remember how you made me feel. And maybe that's enough, because the memories fade, but the love they leave behind never does. The picture's getting older, the colors slowly fade, but somewhere inside my heart, you're still there, not as a memory, but as a part of who I became. You were the first thought every morning, the last voice inside my head. You made a little room feel like home. took your coffee, the songs that made you smile. I thought I knew the shape of forever. I thought we'd have more time. Then one day the light felt different. Your eyes were somewhere else. I felt you slipping from my fingers before you said farewell. I didn't know a heart could break without making a sound. I only knew I lost my world when you stopped turning around. You were my everything, my reason to believe, the place I ran to when the world was too much for me. You were my everything, and now you're just a memory. I still reach for you sometimes before I remember you're not here with me. I gave you all my yesterdays, I dreamed you in my tomorrows. Now I'm learning how to live with all these empty hours. You were my everything, and losing you changed everything. I still know the road we traveled, every corner, every light. Sometimes I take the longer way just to remember us tonight. The cafe still plays our old song, the table hasn't changed. I watched the sunset through the window and whispered your name. I don't hate you for leaving, I don't blame you anymore. I only wish we'd understood what we were fighting for. Maybe love can be forever, even when two people part. Maybe someone can leave your life and never leave your heart. You were my everything, my reason to believe, the place I ran to when the world was too much for me. You were my everything, and now you're just a memory. I still reach for you sometimes before I remember you're not here with me. I gave you all my yesterdays, I dreamed you in my tomorrows. Now I'm learning how to live with all these empty hours. You were my everything, and losing you changed everything. If I could have a moment back, I wouldn't change the end. I'd only hold you closer and thank you for being my friend. For every midnight conversation, every laugh, every embrace, for making ordinary moments feel like the safest place. I know I have to let you go, but letting go doesn't mean I stop being grateful that I knew you. You were my everything, but now I'm finding me. I'm learning that a broken heart can still become complete. You were my everything, and I'll never call that wrong. Some loves become a memory that quietly makes you strong. I'll carry all the beautiful parts, I'll leave behind the pain, and if I ever see you again, I'll smile instead of break. You were my everything, and even though you're not beside me, the love we had will always be a part of me. You were my everything once, and maybe that's enough to make one lifetime beautiful. grow old together. You said we never lose our way. I believed every little promise, like forever was a place we'd stay. We made plans beneath the streetlights, dreamed about a life we'd build. I held your words like they were sacred, never thinking they could change. Then slowly you became distant, your eyes stopped looking into mine. I kept holding on to yesterday while you were leaving me behind. I wish you told me sooner, when your heart began to change. I would've cried 1,000 tears instead of living in a lie. Forever was a lie, or maybe you just changed your mind. You promised me a lifetime, then left me somewhere behind. Forever was a lie, and I believed every word. I built my whole tomorrow on a promise that was never yours to keep. Now every time I hear your name, something inside me breaks. You taught me how to dream of forever, then taught me forever can fade. I still remember your messages, the ones that said I'm here. I read them late at night sometimes when the silence feels too clear. You said I'd always have a shoulder, you said I'd never be alone. Now I'm learning how to comfort myself in the place we called our home. I don't know when you stopped loving me, I don't know when it changed. I only know I woke one morning and forever had an ending. Maybe you meant it when you said it, maybe love was real back then, but words can outlive feelings and promises can't end. Forever was a lie, or maybe you just changed your mind. You promised me a lifetime, then left me somewhere behind. Forever was a lie, and I believed every word. I built my whole tomorrow on a promise that was never yours to keep. Now every time I hear your name, something inside me breaks. You taught me how to dream of forever, then taught me forever. I don't hate you, I wish I could, 'cause anger would be easier than missing what we were. Maybe forever wasn't a lie when you said it, maybe you meant it for the moment, and maybe that's the hardest truth. People can be sincere and still change. Forever was a lie, but our love wasn't fake. The nights we spent together were real, while they were ours to take. Forever was a lie, and now I understand. You can't build a lifetime with someone who no longer wants the same. I'll stop asking when you change, I'll stop searching for the sign. I'll let the past stay beautiful and leave forever behind. Because I don't need your promise to believe my heart can heal. You may have broken forever, but you didn't break what I can still feel. Forever was a lie, but for a little while you made me believe it was real. And maybe that's enough to remember. without regret.